Hello everyone. This is Magdalena from Mindful English, and this is our second episode in my YouTube channel. And also, we are here also recording for my podcast, Mindful English. And this is a space for you who are still stuck in a mindset of my English is not good enough. I'm not a native speaker. How do I say yes to the next English speaking opportunity? How do I prepare myself to do it? And my intention and my actually great news for you here is I bet your English is much better than you think and you are closer to your goal than you could expect. Okay? This episode is really is all about your first step, how to change your perspective from, I still have to learn more, I still have to go through another course, my English is not good enough into changing into a new perspective and new way of learning English and developing that confidence in speaking as English as a second language. And this step is the most important because it will shift the way you see yourself, you see your English, and you learn and develop your English skills. Okay, so that's the foundation, and we will be going back to this first step again and again because this will be your driver. This this is the moment for you to really shift your perspective on the whole English speaking journey. Let's say it this way. Okay? Here it comes. First step for you is to ask this important question. Why do you want to speak in English? Why do you want to speak confidently in English? That is the more correct question here. Why do you want to speak confident English today? What comes to you? To give you a question from another spectrum and realize the power of this one and the importance of this question today and now, I want you to answer another question. Why did you learn English at school? Why did you learn anything at school? Maybe it was for your teachers to get a good note on the exam, maybe for your parents. Maybe you are a perfectionist and you just wanted to be a good student. Maybe you even were really curious about English and wanted to use it, but you had to learn so much grammar and vocabulary to pass all those exams. Why am I asking you those two questions? Because there is a big difference between your why and learning for your big vision, learning because you're passionate about something, learning because you cannot wait to say yes to your English speaking client. You cannot wait to teach in English, whatever you teach, maybe marketing, maybe social media. There is a big difference when you say, I want to speak confident English because I know I can help others, because I know I want to meet other cultures. There is a difference when you say yes to English because you need to prove to your boss that English is good enough, that you have to prove to your parents that you get a good note on a test or you finally approve this Cambridge exam. And nothing is wrong in that. Nothing. But the way you get this thing done when the why is your why from your heart and not for the for the approval of someone else is huge. Okay, I will give you my example. For 10 years or even more, as I had to learn English at school, I learned literally nothing. And maybe I'm an extreme example, but I do know that some of my clients had the same. Learning English just to pass a test, prove the grammar, learn some vocabulary, translate. For me, it was, I don't know, I was a good girl, but I couldn't really understand why I supposed to learn all this grammar. I didn't think about it, just was not motivated enough. And I didn't learn English at all. And the moment when I was 19 and I went to my first English speaking interview, actually it was in Polish in Warsaw, but first time ever someone asked me, can you speak in English in a real life, situation? And I said yes, even though I really couldn't speak English. And I didn't get that job, by the way, but I felt so good because I had like this, now I could say it before I didn't even know how to call it. I had this like knowing in me. I didn't want to learn English. I wanted to speak. I wanted to speak, to work in English, to travel the world, to meet other cultures, people. So my why changed, and suddenly I was able to learn English no matter what, because I didn't care if I would get a good note on the exam, or if my mom would say, "Oh, Magda, you're such a good student." No, I didn't care for this. I cared for making my dreams come true. Okay? So I really want you to take those few days now after listening to this and answer your question. Why do you want to speak confident English? And second part of this question is, what happens when English is not a problem anymore? What happens when English is not a problem for you anymore? When you don't have to say anymore, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Maybe I didn't understand because English is not my first language." When you no longer have to say no to English speaking podcasts as a guest, to be there as a guest. When you no longer have to wonder if you're the only one who cannot understand this person in English, or it's simply that, the person that is talking right now is not explaining things well. Okay? So, where are you? English is not a problem anymore in a year. Where are you? What happens? How does that impact your life? Okay? And now I'm going to give you a little bit of more reasoning why this why is important. Okay? I know we like to understand things with our heads as well. So uh, imagine a baby. Maybe you have kids. Maybe you have, you remember, I'm sure we all saw kids, babies or small kids learning new things. Uh, they, the biggest motivation is they just want to get there. They want to walk, they want to see more, they want to grab something, they want to speak. Of course, the language is the best example. They want to speak, but they don't want to speak as this is not the first motivation they have. They want to communicate. So they listen fast, they give sounds, they give signs, and they do communicate. And they want to do it so much, they don't care if they fail. They just keep trying. They keep trying and they learn as they do it. So when your reason is really big, when your why is your heartful vision, when your vision is your heartful vision, you won't be afraid of making mistakes. You won't be so afraid of failing. You might still be afraid, of course, because when you do something new, like saying yes to your English speaking client or leading that meeting in English, you will be afraid because physically your body is wired to saying no to new things because new things are dangerous mechanically, physically, okay? But what happens when your why is bigger than your fear won't be deciding for you. When your why is bigger than your fear won't be deciding for you, okay? What happens next? When your why, your vision is really at the driving seat, taking this metaphor further, you will naturally learn more. Because, look at this, when you genuinely are curious about somebody else, you will ask more questions. By asking more questions, you will learn more. When you are interested in a topic, passionate about something, you will learn more vocabulary about this topic, because first of all, you know already a lot about this topic in your first language. Second, you will read and ask and listen, and you will naturally learn more vocabulary. And when you're so curious and you're already embracing English in your life, you will naturally listen more to the correct English. So you will get used to the right grammar, right pronunciation, right phrases, catchy phrases, and you will get used to it. So you will start correcting yourself naturally. This will happen. So this will be your fast track to learning, growing, developing your English speaking skills, okay? And the last point here is, which is really important here, when you do something out of your heart, your desire, your vision, people will feel it. Clients, your boss, people that will listen to you on the stage, they will feel it. As I said in the first episode, when you speak in English, you are still you. You don't lose everything that you are. You just use another language. Okay? So you will naturally speak more confidently if your why is taking the front seat of your action here. Okay? Whew. And much, much more I will be sharing with you in next episodes. I will be explaining to you how does it happen that your body learns? How does your subconscious mind learn? And what action you can take to help your body, mind, your subconscious mind learn faster. Okay, we will be taking those tiny, tiny important steps to introduce English into your life. Okay, and if you are curious, if you want to apply today method that will wake up your subconscious mind to speak to you more clearly and understand yourself, I invite you to the episode where I guide you in meditation to visualize your why. That will be a beautiful step for you and empower you to remember and make your why bigger than your fear, to get closer to the goal of saying yes to the next English speaking opportunity. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your English. Start liking it again. If you have any questions, if you would like to give me a review, I would be so grateful. I'm doing these episodes for you. And let's stay in touch. You will find me on Instagram, Mindful English. I share also some content there. And soon we will be also launching my first 3-day masterclass on embracing your English, but details will be coming soon. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here and enjoying this journey together. Bye bye.